We live in a world which appears almost completely void of truth. The system at all angles teaches us not only to lie as a second language, but to accept lies if it means that we are able to function in wickedness. This way of operating is not only in our media, but it entered our churches long ago. We must now work hard to uphold truth as if we are fighting against a long-standing disease. Patience and diligence in truth is a necessity to uproot the lies which destroy us both physically and spiritually. So, yes, most definitely. I mean, there are lies all around us, and we do need truth. You know, it can be very, very frustrating when you've been lied to your whole life. You know, some people are on their last leg, right? And they can't take it. So we got to have truth. Truth is very, very powerful. So let's look at Hebrews 6. Let's look at verses 13 through 19. We went over this, only a remnant will be saved. We went into Hebrews 6 and 13.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 6, verse 13. For when God made promise to Abraham, because he could swear by no greater, he swore by himself.
Now, why is it? Why did the Most High do that? Who knows? It said it. Anybody really keying in on that? Why he swear? Yeah. Yeah, who's outside of him? He's the I am, right? He is the I am. So the Bible says without faith, it is what? Impossible to please him, right? The one that cometh to him must believe what? Here we're saying that he is. That's it, that he is, right? We must believe that because he has no beginning, he has no ending. He's outside of time, right? Isn't that something? We can't even wrap our heads around that. Impossible. We just have to have faith. just take the Bible for what it says, right? And we'll have to figure that out, or we can ask him when we see him. But then again, at that time, we will probably know, right? Our minds just can't wrap around that right now, all right? We can only stand on the written word and let the word resonate with our spirit. So there was no one greater than him, so he swore by himself. And what did he say in verse 14?
Verse 14, saying, surely blessing, I will bless thee, and multiplying, I will multiply thee.
Go ahead.
And so, after he had patiently endured, he obtained the promise.
Isn't that something? After who patiently endured? Abraham. He obtained the promise. Isn't that something? So truth is power. Okay? So when Christ tells us something that's ours, we are to believe it now. You get what I'm saying? Even though you didn't see it manifest, you are to believe on it now. Okay, and this is what Abraham did. Abraham didn't guess or I hope it'll work and I think it's going to come to pass. You know, he believed the Most High that it was going to come to pass, but he was in the right now with it. He took the Most High at his word, and then in the end obtained the promise. Okay, verse 16.
For men verily swear by the greater, and an oath for confirmation is to them an end of all strife.
Yes.
Wherein the Most High, willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath.
Now, we talked about that when we went over only a remnant will be saved, right? Wherein the Most High, willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise. The heirs of promise. Who's the heirs of promise? Israelite. Which Israelites? You're right. The remnant. How do you know if you're heir? You see, that's the thing. You got to know if you're an heir of promise. You have to take him at his word. So we'll look at that in a moment, though, because that's truth too, right? That's powerful truth. Okay. And then it says the immutability of his counsel, wherein the Most High willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath. All right, so once the Most High makes an oath, he doesn't go back on it. All right, he swore on himself. There's no one greater than him. There's no one outside of him. Okay, what does verse 18 say?
That by two immutable things in which it was impossible for the Most High to lie, we might have a strong consolation who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us.
Isn't that something? That by two immutable things in which it was impossible. I think it's hard for us perhaps to wrap our heads around that. All right, we're used to being lied to, right? Yeah, we're used to people giving up on us, and they'll tell us one thing, and and don't come through. You ever been in a situation like that when somebody said they was gonna come by and pick you up, and they never show up? I'm gonna tell you what I can't stand the most: when somebody says, "I got you, I got you." Ooh, I've been let down the most. Don't worry about it, I got you. They never show up. Yeah, that happened to me when I was a youngster. I remember back when I was a teenager, and I was DJing at that time. I was about maybe like 15 years old, and I didn't have the equipment. I didn't have the equipment. And I was supposed to be using my cousin's equipment to do this party, okay? And these people were relying on me. Everything was set up, everything. You know how embarrassing? And I was so embarrassed because I was supposed to be coming through, okay? The deposit was made, all that kind of stuff. And I said, man, I need your help, please. Don't worry, I got you. He never showed up. I had to figure out, what do I tell these people? Oh, man. So I'm moving around. I had to figure out how to get equipment and all kinds of stuff. Oh, boy. I'll never forget that. That was a learning experience. I said, boy, they're going to kill me when I get over there. Okay. So I remember going through those kind of things and, letting people down. I've been let down. Okay. It's very uncomfortable. And when someone lets you down, your friend or your partner, it could be your buddy, it could be your a spouse. It's hard to get back on the same track, because you're thinking, man, if I let them in my circle again, they're gonna let me down again. So what do? We usually put up a wall, right? We don't want nobody in that space. We do that. That's what we do as a people. Everyone does it. We don't want to talk about it, but we do have walls. And let me tell you, we put people in sections, don't we? You don't talk about it, but we do. He's in that department. She's over here. We do stuff like that. But when it comes to the Most High, we gotta trust him. He's not like that. That's not the kind of God we serve. We gotta let him all the way in our heart. So this truth is so powerful, but if we really want to experience that power, we gotta let him all the way in.